Good morning, Tracy. Today is 16th of June, Tuesday. Today we'll be going through yesterday's homework, which is review 2, the first part, page 239 to 243. And then for today, your homework will be to complete the rest of the word problems in review 2, which is from page 244 to page 246. Okay, so you realize that yesterday's homework was quite straightforward, at least the first part, but the focus is really on your workings and your regrouping, stuff like that. Okay, and how well you align the place values together. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Okay, the first two are quite straightforward because it doesn't involve any recouping. So let's start. Okay, so 3 times 2 give you 6, 2 times 1 give you 2, 2 times 4 give you 8. So this is 826. Okay, so this is 826. Straightforward. Right, so the next one, also quite straightforward. 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 1 is 3, 2 times 3 is 6. So for the next one, it is 636. Alright, so similarly, the next two has regrouping. 7 times 6 times 7, 42. So the 4 should be up here. 6 times 4, 24, 24 plus 4, 28. 6 times 4, 24, 24 plus 2, 26. So for this is 2682. Okay, and for the next one, 7 times 2, 14. Regrouping 1. 7 times 9, 63. 63 plus 1, 64. And then 7 times 3, 21. 21 plus 6, 27. So it's 2744. Okay, right, so it's quite straightforward. So if you have mastered a times table, this is actually nothing difficult for you to do. So 672 divided by 7. Okay, this number is inside. Divide by 7. The 7 is outside. The divider is outside. So we do digit by digit. 7 times 0 give you 0 because you cannot use 7. So 6, bring down the 7. 7 times 9 give you 63. And then of course 67 minus 63 give you 4. Continue bringing down 2. So 7 times 6 give you 42. Okay, make sure you complete all the way to the bottom. So answer here is quite straightforward. This is 96R0. Okay, and for the next one, 824 divided by 5. So 5 times 1 give you 5. 8 minus 5 give you 3. Bring down the 2. 5 times 6 give you 30. 2, bring down the 4. 5 times 4 give you 20. And then you have a remainder 4 because there's nothing else to bring down. So over here your quotient will be 164, while your remainder will be 4. Right, so quite straightforward, nothing much, as long you know what to do. As long you have learned well since term 1, this should be nothing difficult for you to do. So let's go on to page 2, second page. Alright, so the first part is plus, so let's quickly get this done. So 5 plus 0 give you 5. 3 plus 6 give you 9. Remember the decimal point. 9 plus 2, 2 plus 7, 9. 5 plus 1, 4. So it's actually $59.95. Okay. Okay, a lot of you, as I mark your class key, I realize that you guys forget about the dollar sign. So please make sure the dollar sign is important. Okay, because now we're dealing with dollars. Okay, in my working I take out a dollar sign because I do not confuse myself, but when it comes to the answer itself, make sure the dollar sign, the decimal point must be inside. Okay, let's do another one. 0 plus 5 0, 0 plus 5 5, 8 plus 3 11. So we're grouping 1 over here. Make sure the decimal point is there. 1 plus 8 9, 9 plus 7 is 16. So we're grouping 1. 1 plus 6 7, 7 plus 2 is 9. So over here same thing. Make sure you have the dollar sign. $96.15. Okay. Okay, now we go on to subtraction. So same thing. Make sure you align properly, and later on make sure you put in dollar sign. 5 minus 0 is 5. 9 minus 1 is 8. Make sure the decimal point is there. 3 minus 3 is 0. 4 minus 2 is 2. So here it's $20.85. Okay, the next one. This one has a bit of regrouping. So 0 cannot minus 5. Regroup from 3 becomes 2. This becomes 10. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 2 cannot minus 7. Regroup. This one becomes 5. This one becomes 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. Decimal point. 5 not enough. Regroup from 9 become 8. Become 15. 15 minus 8 equals to 7. 8 minus 1, 7. So it's $77.55. Alright, so straightforward. Just make sure the dollar sign and the decimal point is there. Right, so over here, we want to find the total price and the difference. So to find total, you need to add. Okay, and later on to find difference, you need to use the bigger amount minus the smaller amount. Okay, so we do the total first. So 0 plus 5 is 5. 8 plus 9 is 17. Decimal point, we group the 1. 1 plus 5, 6. 6 plus 7, 13. 1 plus 6, 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. So over here is $93.75. Make sure you put in the dollar sign as well. Okay, so for difference, same minus. 0 not enough. We group from 8 becomes 7. This becomes 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 cannot minus 9. We group become 4. Becomes 17. 17 minus 9 is 8. Decimal point. 4 not enough. So we group from 6 becomes 5. This becomes 14. 14 minus 7 becomes 7. 5 minus 2 becomes 3. So it's $37.85. Right, so quite straightforward. Make sure the dollar sign is in, make sure the decimal point is in. Of course, you need to make sure you do a working. If not, you won't get the correct answer. Okay, let's go to the third page. Okay, third page, again, the focus here is on reading the scale, and of course, later on the measuring jug and the measuring cylinder. So as you can see, I want you to bring your attention to, for example, between 1 kg to 2 kg. If you go deep in and count, okay, let's maybe zoom in and count. Okay, let's zoom in. Okay, so now it's very big. Okay, I want you to count. You realize that between 1 kg to 2 kg, of course the difference is 1000 grams, and between these 1000 grams there is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. There are 10 parts between 1 kg to 2 kg. Okay, so there are 10 parts between 1 kg to 2 kg, means these 10 parts actually represents 1000 gram. If 10 parts represent 1000 gram, to find one part, all you need to do is 1000 divided by 10. And 1000 divided by 10 give you 100. So I know that each part actually represents an additional 100 grams, additional 100 grams, so on and so forth. Okay, so now we zoom in to the individual scale and let's start reading. Okay, so I know this bag A is actually between 1 kg to 2 kg. So straight away I know it's, okay, let's write it down first. Straight away I know it's 1 kg plus. Okay, I don't know 1 kg what, but it's 1 kg plus. now I know that each part is 100 grams. So this is 1 kg 100 gram, 1 kg 200, 300, 400, 500. Okay, this longer line means 500, 600 and 700. So I know it's 1 kg and 700 grams. Okay, so for the next one, same thing. I know that bag B is between 2 to 3 kg. So straight away I can write 2 kg plus. Okay, later now I start to count. So I know each marking is additional of 100 grams. So 2 kg 100 grams, 2 kg 200 grams, so on. Here will be 2 kg 500 grams, 2 kg 6, 2 kg 7, 2 kg 800 grams. So 800 grams. Okay, same thing over for the last one, bag C. It is again between 2 kg to 3 kg. So I know it is 2 kg plus. And let's count. This is 2 kg 100 grams, 2 kg 200, 2 kg 300, 2 kg 400 grams. Okay, now let's zoom out and see everything. Alright, so of course you can write in compound unit, which is kg and grams. Like all these three I have kg and grams. You can also write it in just grams. So if you change 1 kg 700 grams to just grams, you get 1700 grams. Okay, similarly for the next two, you will get 2800 grams. And then for the last one, you get 2400 grams. So all you need to ask yourself is, you want the heaviest. Of course, heavier must be B, because it's 2 kg 800 grams. The nearest to it is 2 kg 400 grams, which is lesser. Alright, so the next one, quite simple. A water bottle is completely filled with water. Okay, so initially it's completely filled with water, which is the capacity already. So let's write it out. So this is actually the capacity, because it's filled to the maximum that it can hold. Okay, so then after that, you pour into 3 container, this container, this container, this container. If you look at your worksheet, is much clearer. So you realize that there is 1 liter here, which is also 1000 milliliter. There's 500 milliliter, and for here the line is actually here. If you look at your worksheet, it's on the 4th line around here. Okay, and you realize that between 0, okay, let's put it at 0 here. Between 0, which is nothing, you have, okay, let's zoom in. Okay. Between 0 to 500, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, you have 10 parts over here. Okay, let's write it down. Between 0 to 500, there are 10 parts, and these 10 parts represents 500 milliliter. So if 10 parts is 500 milliliter, go and find how much is 1 part. All you need to do, 500 divided by 10. So 500 divided by 10 equals to 50. So I know each part is 50, meaning this is 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, and 500. So each part represents 50. So we count again. This is 50, 100, 150, 200. So I know this one is 200 milliliters. Now we zoom out. Okay, so all you need to do is just add all these three together. I'll use a highlighter. Okay, all you need to do is to add all these three together. So what you get is 1 liter. Okay, maybe I'll just write. You get 1 liter and 700 milliliter. Otherwise, we can also express it in only in milliliters. So it's 1700 milliliters. Okay, so either or is fine. Okay, so it's quite straightforward, nothing too difficult. Now we look at word problems. Okay, so make sure you draw your models, make sure you highlight. Okay, so I have 8 cartons of egg. In 1 carton there are 12 eggs. I want to find total. I want to find all together. Okay, so let's draw the model. Quite simple model. I have 8 cartons, so I know I need to have 8 boxes. Okay, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 cartons represented by 8 boxes here. In one box there is 12. I want to find total. I want to find this. Okay, so if one part is 12, you want to find 8 parts. So all you need to do is 12 times 8. You can work it out. You will realize you get 96. Okay, so Mr. Tan bought 96 eggs altogether. Alright, so it's quite straightforward question, not difficult. That's why you are doing a lot of pages as compared to later on for today. Okay, so answer is 96. Let's go on. The distance between Jenny's house is here, to her school, which is here, is 3,200 meters. And then Changi Airport is 5,900 meters away from her house. Okay, so this all represented a diagram so nicely drawn for you. But the question asks you, how far is Jenny's school from Changi Airport? Jenny's school is here, Changi Airport is here. So basically they are asking you how far is this. So looking at the diagram, you realize that obviously it's a simple addition. So all you need to do is add 3,200 plus 5,900. Okay, you work it out. Okay, let's work it out together. Okay, so 3,200 plus 5,900. 2 zeros at the back. Regroup 1, 4 plus 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 5 is 9. So this 9. Okay, let's type it out. Okay, so what you get over here is 9,100 meters. Of course, you want to convert meters to the unit that is required. So 9,100 meters is actually equals to 9 kilometers and 100 meters. So the answer is Changi Airport is 9 kilometers and 100 meters away from Jenny's school. Okay, quite straightforward, nothing difficult. Okay, so with that, let's go on to the next question. Okay, a motorcycle has a mass of 210 kg. So 210 represents the motorcycle, which I was write as MC. Okay, motorcycle MC is 210. Its mass. This it, who is it referring to? This it refers to the motorcycle. Okay, so motorcycle is this it they're referring to. So motorcycle mass is 6 times the mass of Peter. So over here, ask yourself who has more, who has less. Motorcycle is 6 times the mass of Peter. So motorcycle must be more, while Peter must be less. Okay, so they want to find the mass of Peter. Okay, so now let's start drawing. So I have motorcycle, I have Peter. Motorcycle is 6 times the mass of Peter, so my motorcycle is 6 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, if motorcycle is 6 parts, Peter must have only 1 part, because motorcycle is 6 times. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times the mass of Peter. Okay, so we know that motorcycle is 210. I want to find Peter. So how do I find? All you need to do is to actually use 210. Okay, leave some space, divide by 6, and that will give you the answer. Okay, 206 divided by 210 divided by 6. So let's work it out together. 6, 210. So 0 minus 0, 2, bring down the 1, give you 21. So 6 times 3, give you the closest, which is 8. 6 times 3 give you the closest, which is 18. So 3, bring down the 0. 30 just nice, so 6 times 5 give you 30. Okay, so 210 divided by 6 give you 35. So quite straightforward, the mass of Peter is 35. Right, so whether to times or divide really depends on how you draw the model. You know Peter is 6 times lesser, you divide by 6. Alright, so let's look at the last question. The car has a mass that is 7 times the mass of the motorcycle. So ask yourself again, who has more, who has less. car has a mass that's 7 times the mass of motorcycle. So car must be more. Motorcycle must be less. Okay, so with that, let's draw the model again. So I have car, I have motorcycle. So car is 7 times the mass of motorcycle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And car is 7 units, motorcycle is only 1 unit. And we know motorcycle is 210. So car is what you want to find. So this is the question mark. So if motorcycle is 1 unit, how to find car, which is 7 units? All you need to do is to multiply. So 210 multiplied by 7. Let's work it out. So 210 times 7. 0 times 7, 0. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. So over here you get 1470. So the mass of the car is just 1470. Alright, so realize this first part of the review is very easy, very straightforward. So everything, even the models are very straightforward. So make sure you draw the model, and from the model you'll know how to solve, and then with correct calculation your answers will be correct. Okay, so make sure you do corrections for this first part. Today the homework will be on the second part of the review 2, which is page 244 to 246, which is the remaining work problem. Make sure you do your re-understand, make sure you do your RICE method, make sure you do your models, equations working, answer statement, and check for the correct units. Okay, so with that, I'll see you tomorrow.